Morning everybody. I got me a cup of tea this morning again. I'm getting very, very organised so that I'm not sitting here. I'm a bit gruff this morning actually because the hay fever's really, really high. So I think I've got a touch of hay fever this morning. I'm just going to wait for a few people to come online. Morning Lorraine. I need to give you a call actually, Lorraine, as it's just you and me at the minute. I need to give you a call, sort out your order. So I'll inbox you this afternoon. Morning Debbie. How are you this morning? All good, I hope. As I say, my hay fever's really high this morning, so I'm a bit snuffly. Morning Jane. Hope you're well. Morning Margaret. Oh, Jane, just very quickly. Morning, Hazel. I'll give you a tinkle. I'll give you a FaceTime later. Everything seems to be okay. All right, but I'll FaceTime you later on today. Okay. I just don't know where my days are going. It's just, you know, they just seem to be slipping by. Morning, Sheila. Oh, hi, Loretta. Have you managed to make it today? That's good. I'm pleased you're here. Are you playing hooky? Are you playing hooky from work, or have you got, what is it? It's not Friday, is it? Lorraine, you're playing hooky. The amount of people that play hooky, but then again, at the end of the day, you're entitled to half an hour to do what you want. Morning, Diana. Do you like my mug? Isn't that good? Queen of everything. That's me. Well, I like to think so anyway. Oh, well, that's nice to hear, Margaret. I'm pleased you're enjoying them. I enjoy doing them, actually. It makes me motivated, gets me up. Oh, you've swapped your day off. Oh, good, good. So you're not playing hooky. It's just Lorraine that's naughty then. Yeah, it gets me up in the morning and put some makeup on, and, you know, I could have my pyjama bottoms on down the bottom there. You wouldn't know, but I haven't, but it don't matter. Yeah, a bit of motivation, isn't it? Bit of a motivation. So, not that I need it because I've been working really hard actually. So, anybody that's got orders with me, yesterday I had to concentrate on getting all the Tracy Scott orders out for Saturday. So today, oh shut up you, miserable cow. So today I'm basically going to catch up with all my other orders. No, I'm going to drag it out now, Loretta. Loretta's my friend, in case anybody thinks, who's that rude person on Facebook? Hi, Lindsay. Right, okay. I'm going to do as I'm told now. How very rude. How very rude. It's all right. I don't mind. Okay, so this morning, we're going to be... Morning, Jane. We're going to be using Poshbird. She's one of the Pink Ink designs. Isn't she lovely? She is a big stamp. She is a big stamp. Look at that. Hiya, Sheila. But she's lovely. She is really lovely. What I've done with her here, I got sort of a bit of inspiration off of Pinterest for this one. But that's the card that I'm going to be making this morning, even though I haven't actually turned it into a card because it is a bit of an odd shape, this one. So I'm thinking it's probably going to have to go on something like one of the new 8x10 cards, which I don't have at home here with me. So I will pop it onto a card and then I'll show you tomorrow what I've done with it. But this, oh, excuse me. This piece of card measures 13 by 21 centimetres. Okay, so there we go, 13 by 21 centimetres. This is, again, Paper Mill Direct, 300 GSM card, and I am going to be using quite a lot of water on it. And you can see it's done really well. If you can see, it's not bubbled. It was a bit warpy to start with, but now that it's all dry, you can see I've got no bubbles or nothing on there. So normally I would use watercolour card. Morning, Val. Mocha today. Oh, Am I keen on mocha? Is mocha the one that has coffee and hot chocolate? I'm not too sure. I know once I tried one that had, morning Beverly, I had hot chocolate. It had chocolate and coffee in it, and it was disgusting. I couldn't drink it. It was disgusting. But no. So normally, what I was saying was, normally I would use watercolour card, but then you don't get that really lovely crisp image, which is what I wanted, because this stamp's actually got such a lot of detail in it. It helps with the shading. But as I say, if I'd have stamped it on watercolour card, I wouldn't have got that. So it was a bit of trial and error, but it paid off this morning, because as I say, it's really lovely. What I probably would do when I finish it off is just put some glitter on her feathers and bits and pieces like that. But yeah, she's really pretty. I love it. I love it. So, morning Heather. Let me just have another swig of my cup of tea. I'm going to turn you round. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Can you all see me? You think so? Let's just move that over just slightly. Okay. Right. I think we're all good to go. Let me just move that. Morning, Louise. Okay. Right. Morning, Eileen. So, I'm going to take my stamp press because, as I say, this is a really, really large stamp, and I don't trust myself to stamp that all in one go without missing some of the bits off. So I'm just going to pop that on there. For those of you that have just joined, morning Ginny, morning Sue. This is the card that we're making this morning. Morning Wendy. So let's pop that up there like that so you can see me Posh Bird. Morning Tanya. Using Posh Bird this morning, Tanya. I was just saying to the girlies that I've got my inspiration off of Pinterest this morning. So, because I was lacking a bit in inspiration today, but we got there. We got there. So, using the stamp press, we want to put that quite a long way down because obviously we need to get the feathers. So I'm going to put that just a little bit further down than I did on this card because I had trouble fitting my feathers in. So, and we've got to get a crown on there this morning. It's lovely, isn't it? Hi Lindsay. Yeah, I know. I love this stamp. Love it. I've got quite a few friends actually that I could send this to. Not you, Loretta. It's got Posh Bird on it, so that doesn't include you. As you were so rude to me earlier. Morning, Norma. Right, okay, so taking my VersaFine Claire, because this is for detailed stamping. So whether or not you've got the VersaFine or the Claire, it's fine. Using black, because I want it to be a nice strong colour. So just tapping down, making sure the whole stamp is covered, and then I'm going to push down, and you wait till you see this when it stamps out. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely gorgeous. Leave it on there just for a minute, just to soak into the card. I know. You have to excuse Loretta and I. Bit of banter going on here. I would say she's my oldest friend, but that would be very rude because it would assume that she's old. But I've known Loretta a very, very long time. In fact, Loretta, how long have I known you? I can't even remember. It was going back into my teens. So I do have to be nice to her because she knows a lot about me. Right, okay, look at that. How gorgeous. Eileen, did you say you're very posh? Okie dokie. Okie dokie. One will not comment. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it, Shirley? And it stamps. Look at all that detail. That detail is just incredible. Okay, right. So, let's pop her back down. I'm just going to give this a quick wipe so that I don't get black. What I do is at the end of classes here, I normally wash all my stamps. I do, I promise. I don't. Right, okay. So, included in this set... You're older than me since we were 18. Only by 6 months, my love. Oh, I'm getting a lot of abuse on here today. Aren't I? Really? I might start doing these at night when you're all in bed. Right, okay, let's pop the crown on. So again, I'm working in my stamp press. Pick up the crown. That's right, Norma. Only a mother could. There we go. Right, so let's put a crown on because that's quite fitting. Actually, I've bought the wrong. Look at that. Bought the right mug with me today. There we go. Okay, so now actually I have actually put that a little bit too high up. That's you lot talking to me. So if you look at my original one, that's sat on her head. This one is hovering above her head, but I will do something with that later so that it doesn't look like it's levitating. I'm going to blame you for that, Eileen. That's your fault, Eileen. I won't blame you, Loretta. Okay. Right, so I'm going to use my first... There we go. My first... feather. I could have masked it, but do you know what? There's such a lot there. I've got a way around it, Tanya. So I could have masked it, but I didn't really have to. So I'm just going to take that little bottom bit off of there. Again, yes, I could have masked it. I could put a bit of masking tape on there, but I'm not going to. Morning, Marion. Thanks. You're welcome, Eileen. Oh dear. Hiya, Debbie. Right, so there we go. There's one. Oh, Marion, you've got to stick up for me. They're being so rude to me this morning. They're all being rude to me. Right, let's pop my other feather here. There we go. And this all becomes so much easier. Oh, I thought I put my fingers in me. Look at that already. I've not hardly done anything. I'm such a mucky pup. It's Eileen's fault. Oh dear. I'm in one of those moods today. Watch out, hubby. Okay. So I've just taken the bottom bit of that the bottom bit of the feather off. You can't see that, can you? Oh, I'll take it on the chin. Yeah, so there's this bottom bit here. I've just wiped that off. Okay, so as I said, I do have a levitating crown at the moment. But, yeah, I guess I am. I'm getting used to it now. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to clean my stamp, obviously, of course, because I always clean my stamps when I've finished using them, don't I? I'm going to take a Sharpie, and I am just going to use my colouring in skills to make that a higher crown. And I think what we'll do is we'll give that a couple of stripes at the bottom. I'm not sure if that works, but once we start to colour it in, I'm sure it will be fine. So at least now, that's better. At least now, crown is on the head. Is that the Eileen Goodwin that we know who's very posh, or someone else? No, it's someone else, Norma. I don't know any posh Eileen Goodwin, or Eileen Godwin even. Can't even get her name right. Who is she? Right, okay, so the last thing that I need to do is I need to stamp my posh bird. And the other oh, that's all right, Maria, no problem. You can catch up later if you want to. It's got keep your head up, because obviously you've got the ostrich putting its head in the sand there. You've also got postrich, and some little flourishes here. I'm going to use the little butterfly here, and you've also got a different sort of crown there, so you could also use that one as well. But I wanted to use the crown that was like a queen's crown, because of what my mug says, the queen of everything. Okay, so let's just stamp that again in our VersaFine Clear. Make sure that's nice and inked up. Tanya, I reserve judgment on that. Once you cross that bridge over into Kent, it's like a different world. It is like a different world. I have to watch what I say, because I go over to Kent an awful lot. My daughter lives in Kent, and when I'm at Eileen's classes, they're all from Kent. Well, a lot of them are from Kent, not all of them, but a lot of them are. So that didn't stamp too well, so I'm just going to go back over that with a little bit more. Yeah, no, they're lovely people in Kent. Posh, that's debatable. Morning, Siobhan, how are you feeling? How are you feeling this week? You can give us all an update. Okay, right. I think I've moved that very slightly. But there we go. Okay, so there's me posh bird. I know you're from Kent. Oh dear. I was just trying to make you all chuckle today, that's all. Right. So let's pop these out the way. The only stamp I've got left out at the moment is the little butterfly. Okay, you can't really see him at the minute. It's the little butterfly, which we're going to use. I'm not. I am a fully fledged Essex girl. Through and through. Okay, so we've finished with that now. And what we're going to use is we are going to use some Distress Oxides with water. So I'm using Mermaid Lagoon, picked raspberry. Oh, good, good. Are you crafting at all, Siobhan? Nearly got your order complete here, so I'll if you could send me your telephone number, I'll give you a call. Probably be a couple of days, and I'll get that off to you. Scattered straw and walnut stain. Let's angle that. What do you mean by "and don't we know it"? Okay, right, so let's get colouring. So I'm going to move that over slightly so you can all see what we're doing. So first of all, I'm going to take Mermaid Lagoon. Primarily, that's my main colour. I've got myself just a very fine tip paintbrush here, as you can see. And I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of water. And then I just want a little bit of water on its own. Okay, so just picking up some of that colour. I am actually, let's just check that this is actually dry. Yeah, it's all nice and dry. I've been gabbling on for so long, it's dried itself. Okay, was you born in Kent? Oh, Sue, was you born in Kent too? I didn't know that. Oh gosh, I've upset everybody this morning, haven't I? Right, so with the colour, the deepest colour, I am just running it right up to that edge. I might be teaching some of you how to suck eggs here, but I also know that there's a lot of beginners on there, and sometimes it's just nice, really nice to go over old techniques, don't you agree? And just sort of recap and recharge and watch somebody else do it is always nice. Morning, Jean. Crafting on and off, not as much as I... No, I guess you don't feel like it, Siobhan, but I am really pleased that you're feeling better. You have been in my thoughts. Okay, so I've just taken that around that first edge there. Can you all see that? So just added. Can't hear what you're saying as daughter is on the phone, but I'm in Surrey. Okay, so you can see I've just put a little blue line round there. And then I'm going to take this up the middle of my feathers as well. I've got my window shut today actually. One, because it has been a lot cooler, and two, because my son's cutting the grass again, so I didn't want the hum of the lawnmower. Kathy. Pleased you could join us. It's lovely to see you here. Why is it when I say that my voice goes so high-pitched? It's very unusual, isn't it? Very strange. Okay, so I'm going to take this a little bit round his eye and down to here. And then I'm going to show you what I've done. Okay, so that's where we're at now. You will, Jane. You'll hear all the banter. Hi, Vicky. Now, Vicky, you're all the way out in Australia, aren't you? If my memory serves me correct. So, hello out there. There we go. So that's the bit that I've coloured in so far. Now I'm going to take some of the water. Let me just wipe my brush off. I'm just going to take just some water on its own. And I'm just going to go over the top of what I've done. I'm not going to come out as far as what I have in that one, because that was a little bit too far out. I'm just going to bring, so I'm just in circular motions. I'm going round and over and just pulling out some of that colour just to give it a bit of a hue. Okay, like so. So just in a circular motion, and I'm just pulling out some of that colour. Oops, I've just stuck that in the colour. I don't want to do that. I just want it in the water. So this is just using plain water. Okay, and as I say, I don't want to come out quite as far as what I did in that one. I just want to keep it quite close to her face. It must be the booze. You all think I'm drinking a cup of tea, but I'm not. I'm not. No, it's not tea at all. Okay, so taking a little bit of kitchen roll and just dab that out. And can you see how that water has gone on really lovely? Really lovely on there. And actually I prefer that. I prefer the way that's blended out on there. So that's good. I'm pleased with that. So now I'm going to do exactly the same around this edge here. So I'm just going in a circular motion over the blue, or the Mermaid Lagoon, and just pulling out some of that colour. Now, I don't know if this is the right technique for doing this, but it works for me. So as long as it works for me, I'm quite happy. Any real painters would, or proper artists would probably be having a heart attack, but it works for me, and it gives me the end product that the end technique that I would like, and it's blended out, which is what I'm looking for. Okay, so that is the start. And can you see the way it's really gentle in the background? So mop up your blue for the minute. Clean my brush, and now I'm going to go on to picked raspberry. I do love these colours. Do love them, love them. The other one I really like is squeezed lemonade, but that was a bit too bright for the ostrich for her. So again, we want a little bit of water on its own, and we're going to take the pink and we're going to do exactly the same, following on down here. Can you all see that? Coming down, I've got a few little wisps on my brush, but not to worry, because we will oh, I nearly stuck that in my cup of tea. I don't want to be doing that. Okay, and again I'm just going to go over in a swirly motion, little circles, and just pull some of that colour out. Hopefully that will get rid of those lines a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let me just, I'll take this one. I'm just going to dab that out. But you can see there's no bubbling. Sometimes when you use water on smoothie cards, you get like a it sort of goes a little bit bubbly, and it drags, so you get stuff come off the top of the paper. But this doesn't do that at all. So there's a little bit of that one. Then I'm just going to add some into my gorgeous feathers, and I'm just flicking the brush out so that you get that sort of flicky effect in the way that the feathers are going. Okay, going out from the middle and flicking outwards just to add some colour onto those. And then I'm going to add a little bit of colour under her nose here. And because I've added that pink there, what I want to do is add it over the top of her eyebrow as well, just to balance that colour off. I'm going to come down her neck a little bit, like so. And you can see, I mean, I'm not an artist at all, but that just is so easy to do. So easy to do because the shading's all been done for you. Right, so I'm now just going to go in directly with my pad. So I'm just picking up a little bit of colour on my pad. And I'm going to just go in and, oh, I should have my glasses on for this. My brush has gone a little bit yucky. Let's try, that's better. Okay, try my finer brush for this. And I'm going to colour in those circles. And I want them to be darker, so that's why I'm going straight in with the ink directly. Nearly there. Okay, there we have it. Okay, just wash that off in the water. And then we're going to go in with our colour. Okay, so let's, have I got everything I want there? Yeah, I have. Morning, Jenny. Hope you're well. Okay, so let me show you where we're up to. There we go. There we go. Okay. So next I'm going to add some scattered straw because that's the lightest one. So I'm using scattered straw and walnut stain. My one is really dry. Let's go back to using this one. And I need just a little bit of water. Okay, but because this one is so light, we'll be fine. Just going straight in. So again, I'm following exactly where the shadowing is on the stamp. So I'm not doing anything difficult. I'm just going round where that shadowing is on the stamp. And as I say, the stamp is so detailed, it makes it so easy to do. So a little bit round there. And then I'm just going to bring some of that down here. There we go. Okay, so can you see that's just added a little bit of colour into his face. Now we're going to go on to the walnut stain. You've all gone very quiet. Are you all chilled out? You all chilled out watching me? Or have you all fallen asleep? Don't fall asleep on me, will you? Send me a thumbs up if you're still with me and still awake. Right, so I'm just going to add a few little highlights on here. A few little highlights. Oh good, one person. Okay, as long as I've got one person with me, then that's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to go over the top of the highlights here, just, oh, two people, just to make those a little bit darker. And that just gives a feeling of a little bit more dimension. Okay, a little bit around here, a little bit under there, but I think that, and you can see there is no technique, it is just about plonking the colour down. You like that word, don't you, Tanya? Good, please, you're still there. Just plonk that colour down. Still awake, just about. Okay, Heather, I'll give you a kick when I next see you. Right, let's mop all that up because we're pretty much done with painting it. And you can see how easy was that. That was so easy to do. So easy to do. There we go. Let me show you her close up. And you can see I've only added colour. You can shut up as well, Loretta. I've only added colour where that shading is. Riveted, cheeky madam. Honestly, honestly. I'm ignoring you lot now. That's it. I'm not talking to you anymore. Don't want to play anymore. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Mermaid Lagoon. And we're going to use our butterfly stamp. And we're going to do first and second generation stamping here. So I'm going to add a butterfly and then add another one over here in second generation. Okay, and then again one here and another one here, second generation. So if you ever hear of anybody, I know you do really, if you ever hear of anybody talking about second generation stamping, for those of you that aren't experienced crafters, that is what it is. So you stamp once and your second generation is the second stamp. You can do third generation, you can do fourth generation. Normally by the time you get to the fourth one it's run out, but that's exactly what people are talking about when they talk about generations of stamping. Right, I'm going to put one there and then I'm going to put one over here and I think just one more over here. Oh dear, that wasn't a very good stamp, was it? And one up between her feathers. Lovely. Okay, so there we go. We have our butterflies around her. Finish with that one. Now, as you all know me pretty well by now, you know I can't have a white edge. I can't have a white edge. Don't like a white edge. And I don't know if you agree with me, but that's the difference it makes. It makes a massive difference, I think. So I'm just going to add some colour to the edges. So using any brush, these are clarity brushes, I think. Yeah, this is a clarity brush, but you can pick these brushes up in DIY stores as well. They're cheap as chips. So I am just, rather than going around the edge like so, I just want to bring that colour in. Okay, so I've loaded up my brush and I like to do this and I like to build this colour up gradually. So I'm pulling that colour in, so you're almost getting streaks across. So again, as I said, I like to build that colour up. So rather than going too heavy, okay, I can carry on going. I can carry on building that up. So the edge part is getting darker, but it's not affecting the inner part. So you can see that there. Can you see? So I'm going to go around to the other side. And I'm going to do the other side in exactly the same way. So again, you can see I'm just tapping that on there. I'm not loading it up too much. Because like I say most days, once it's on there, it's very difficult to get off. But if you add it up, if you build it up gradually, you get a much softer, nicer effect. And I think that nearly matches the other side, just a little bit more up here. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, so that's my sides. Now, I like to do the top and the bottom. You don't have to do the top and the bottom because it looks perfectly okay like that, but I am just very gently going to run that straight across. You can't at this point start coming down, okay, because it's going to look funny. So just very gradually build that up across. You don't want to do too much on that, so just a little bit backwards and forwards. There we go. And you can see that that just finishes that off. And all I've done to complete me posh bird is a little bit of glossy accents on her eyes. Again, as I've said to you time and time again, do not shake your glossy accents, okay? So this is just going on her pupils in her eyes. I did splodge that a little bit, so let's just get that up there. And I haven't got any stickles at home actually, but I would actually add some stickles. So if you can see the glossy accents on her eyes there, you can just see that actually, so it makes them more pronounced and a bit shiny. When you put your glossy accents on, don't hold your card up like this, because eventually if you leave it up like that to dry, they will run. Okay, but that, I think you'll agree, is really pretty. And you could even do this on like a canvas and for a little girl's bedroom or something like that. The only thing I've forgot my crown, didn't I? How could I forget my crown? Right, so I've just got a jelly roll. This is a sparkly jelly roll. I have loads of these. I love them. I use them quite a lot when I'm doing journaling. So let's just pop that on there. And that's got a few diamonds, so it's all sparkly. And I'm going to add now. I'm going to take my white gel pen. And I'm just going to do the inside of that crown. So I'm just sort of blocking out a lot of that dark stuff. Not too much, but just knocking it back just a little bit. There we go. And let's put a little bit on there. Okay, so there we have our posh bird. I hope you've all enjoyed. Let me turn this back round. So I hope you all enjoyed today, even though some of you are very rude to me, but that's all right. I'll let you off. I quite enjoy the banter actually. It makes me giggle. So tomorrow I will be back. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday, so I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Val. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to be using my jelly plate tomorrow. I've seen loads and loads of videos on jelly plates, so I am going to I'm going to do a jelly plate class, I think, tomorrow. So just with a bit of stamping and just some pulling off. So we'll see what sort of results we get. Might do a couple of backgrounds, and I know you love me really, Loretta. See you soon. And then change them into a card or something like that. So so that's for tomorrow. But have a lovely day, everybody, and I shall see you back here tomorrow at 11. And remember, Debbie's got a Lavinia video. The card is actually down on our Facebook page of the card that she's going to be showing you how to create. So all you Lavinia fans, that's one not to miss. That will be going on at 11 o'clock on Friday. And then I'll be back with you on Monday live again. So I shall see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Love to everybody. Bye.